out there and go for it.
G'day mates, Keg11 here and welcome to the 1999 Brazilian Grand Prix from the Interlagos circuit in Sao Paulo. Now, we're coming to the second round of this season, and at the moment my defense hasn't gone off exactly to the best start, but is qualifying in 8th place, but I managed to push through the pack to finish in 3rd position, so that means I'm only 6 points behind the leader, and similar story in regards to the Constructors' Championship, in part because the first 6 places of Australia was filled by different drivers from different teams. Leading the pack, quite unexpectedly, is Jean Alesi in the Sauber Petronas. Alesi did a really good job in giving Sauber its first ever race win after, I think, about 7-8 years in the sport. If I remember correctly, they started in about 1992, 93. And have had an alright existence in Formula 1. Some good drivers have gone through their ranks on occasion, in part because they're a customer for Ferrari. Anyway, looking at the championship standings now, as I said, Jean Alesi is in the lead, followed by Michael Schumacher in the Ferrari in second place, followed by myself, Mika Häkkinen in the McLaren on 3 points, Heinz-Harald Frentzen on 2, and then my old teammate Rubens Barrichello in 1 in the Stewart. And as such, if we're looking at the Constructors' Championship now, Sauber's in the lead, followed by Ferrari, Benetton, McLaren, Jordan, and Stewart. So hopefully, we should see some very interesting results here today, if it's going to be as close as this. Also, for this video, I'm going to try something new. I've also got the PC version of this game, F1 Challenge 99 to 2002. And I thought, just to liven it up a bit, or mix it up rather, use the voice commentator from that into this video. If you guys like it, I might use it for other videos. If not, then I'll just forgo this. At this point, it's just a one-off. So, I hope you guys enjoy.
Hello there. Welcome to Brazil for round 2 of the 1999 FIA Formula 1 World Championship. The weathermen are predicting rain all weekend, which will really provide some action out on the track. Michael Schumacher first. The Benetton driver put on a fantastic display throughout the qualifying hour. He starts this race from a very promising second. Coulthard third. Häkkinen fourth. Eddie Irvine fifth. Frentzen sixth. Alessandro Zanardi seventh. Barrichello eighth. Damon Hill 9th. Johnny Herbert 10th. Diniz 11th. Ralf Schumacher 12th. Jarno Trulli 13th. Olivier Panis 14th. Giancarlo Fisichella was way off the pace of his teammate. He starts in 15th. Alesi 16th. Ricardo Zonta 17th. Pedro de la Rosa 18th. Genet 19th. Jacques Villeneuve 20th. Takagi 21st. And last but not least, Stéphane Sarrazin 22nd.
Right, now on the grid in Brazil, second place behind Michael Schumacher in the rain. This should be a very interesting race in my favour. We shall see around about now. And as we go off the line to start the Brazilian Grand Prix, Michael Schumacher got a good edge, plus David Coulthard seems to get a gap, but I slam on the brakes very late coming into the Centre S and assume the lead of the race. As we pass the Centre S for the first time, I lead the Brazilian Grand Prix by a reasonable amount of distance behind Michael Schumacher. Following behind them, we got David Coulthard, and then all I can assume is Mika Häkkinen. As we come into the third, fourth corner now, not too bad. Not too bad, I'm keeping in an okay line, nice and cool, nothing hectic to start this race. Apart from that, I am way off going through that corner, but I managed to bring it back under control without too much loss of time. That was a very close one. If Michael Schumacher was anywhere closer to my keister, I would have lost that first position and needed to do a bit of catch-up. And I'm still wrestling the car very hard not to get off track as I go through Cotovelo very, very wide. I need to get my head in the game if I wanted to keep it this first place position. But then again, on the other hand, this is only the first lap. All I need to do now is take each corner like I did that one and hopefully I can get through the rest of the race okay. A little bit of bump there as we go across the Spina dos Bacantes. Sorry. I'm 1.5 seconds ahead of Michael Schumacher. So overall, not a bad race. And yeah. Also, thinking about it, looking at the grid for this race, something I forgot to mention. This is the first race of the year we have a driver change. Luca Padella, one of the drivers for the Minardi team, injured his wrist as I go off wide coming through Sabina dos Lagos. Anyway, Padella had injured his wrist in between rounds, so Minardi acquired the services of Stefan Tarazan, the test driver for Prost, in what will be his first and subsequently last Formula 1 race. I think he retired in this race. Yeah, he would go to retire. An accident on the 31st lap as I go wide again through Cortavello. I need to get my head here. So, although I heard Stefan Tarazan had some success in other leagues as well. Whoa! I heard somebody hit Michael Schumacher. I can only think it has something to do with Mika Hakkinen because I just had a look to the left now and Mika Hakkinen's right behind me. Someone's got smoke. And I go, whoa, very wide going into the center S. I've completely lost it. Hakkinen is in the lead, followed by David Coulthard right behind me. But I'm 9 seconds ahead of Coulthard, so it should not be a problem. So I can only assume that Michael Schumacher has had problems. Maybe a collision with another car or spun out or something. So Schumacher's nowhere to be seen, so I hate to think what the Ferrari guys would think about that. And I am losing time to David Coulthard. At the start of this lap, 9 seconds ahead of Coulthard, now I'm 5. I need to sort my act out. However, though, I do have to pit in this lap, so hopefully Hakkinen will pit in at the same time. We go out at the same time, and so should create a good dogfight going into the final 5 laps, because this is lap 3 of 8. Cortavello, you are becoming a big dick to me this race. I've always gone wide on that. Must be because of the rain. 60 for Chicago, as I make a mess of Juan Carl. Well, somebody's pulled over. There's one of the, I think, Minardi's going to be retired for this racing ever so slowly. And there's Mika Hakkinen going to the pits. So this should be very interesting for me when I finish out. Alright, speed, going to the speed limit. And now, how about slowing down for the box? 12 mile an hour, 18, 15, a little bit slower, 11. Very well done, very well done. Now we're going to the box for a full interactive pit stop for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Clean done. First gear. Tires are done. Fuel's about to be done. Drop the car. Accelerate now. Oh, I forgot to turn right. It left. It did it anyway, but I got penalized for it. And I rejoined the race in 11th place behind Jacques Villeneuve's BAR and Marc Gené's Minardi. Now Ruben Barrichello. So I can only think that Stefan Tarazan has retired from this race. But not to worry, I'm assuming a lot of those drivers still need to pit in. So give it a lap or two, and I should be back to where I am. I remember in the latest news about Formula 1 that no one liked the pit strategies because in a really hardcore race, the only strategy comes from the pits, which isn't racing. In a way, I believe it is, because when you're a driver and you go out the pits and you look to your count and say 12th place, oh, okay, that does give some second thoughts in your mind. Are you fast enough? Are you in the right position so when everyone goes in the pits, you should come out right at the top? Michael Schumacher's entering the pits, so I'm not sure if anything's bad. But yeah, as I was saying, because you would like to push because you're in 12th, but you can't push because everyone else still needs to pit. So it's a bit of a tossing game that you don't know where you are in the whole scheme of the race. That's something you got to think of, and that's the pressure a driver does in Formula 1, as far as I remember. As I get along the slipstream, there's one of the Jordans, as I overtake a Jordan and Marc Gené's Minardi to score 10th place. Obviously, they need to pit. And like I said, I was from 12th as I make a mess of the center S's again, this time very much I have serious doubts going to win this race. Seriously, if I'm going to make that many mistakes at different points of the track, I might as well just toss in the towel now. Although I am in 6th place, I wanted to win. I was in 2nd place. I could have made it a win. Although, on the other hand, though, Michael Schumacher sound like he had problems as well. So, it'll be interesting to see who ends up winning this race.
Gained another position.
Okay. Now we're coming to cross for a Jura now. Very easy, not too shabby. Now we're slowing down very hard for Laranda, then Pijerino. Now to the very tight Cortavelo hairpin, which... Oh, so Coulthard was leading the race. That's very interesting. Also, I noticed that Mark Jenner is doing, unless he is yet to pit, is doing a really good job in 7th place. Let's hope he succeeds a bit more as I make a message one car again. Right, so now we're on the final pit straight. So it'll be interesting to see where I end up. 6th place. Bye-bye Zonta, De La Rosa. So I got 4th on the... No, I'm in 3rd place, but I am off track. So all that place made up in the pits were pretty much for nothing. Although I am in 4th place. Oh, I'm actually in 3rd place. As I come across the slowest tackle at the front, is it David Coulthard? Yes, it's David Coulthard. So I might have been blasting myself behind me for no reason. Although, I am 8 seconds behind Mika Hakkinen. So there's going to be a little chance for me to catch up. Although, looking at the minimap, he is just past Ferragura. Now it's going to Lerania. And that didn't make sense. So, don't know. Have to wait and see. Looks like my gambles with pits was okay. And De La Rosa 11th, respectable position for the Arrows. Curious to see what everyone else is going. The only game I've seen do that is the PC version of this, which I didn't have at the time of recording this. I'll remember for next time what I could do on Oh, okay. Hakkinen's got the fastest lap. Alright. Oh, it's lap 7 of 8. Wow, I thought we were on the final lap. Whoops. Anyway, as we come past the St. S's now to the Retro Oposta back straight. I'll be interested to see what everyone else is going. And another reason I picked this game over the PC version, the graphics on this are much, much better. Much more crisp. Thinking about it, if any team apart from I think I said this before, that McLaren are one of the teams that would most likely battle for the championship, considering their really good showing last year, winning the Constructors' Championship. But as I spin out, as I go past Cortavello, almost wiping out probably Pedro De La Rosa's Arrows, and also almost taking out David Coulthard, but I managed to bring it back. Okay, now all I need to do now is finish the entire next lap holding off David Coulthard, because that's pretty much all I can do. Forget about going against Hakkinen, because he's not even on the map anymore. All my mistakes, in particular that last one, that might have been debatable. I went too far off on... I'm too wide on San Andreas again, bring it back. Yeah, this race is not one of my best races. I have no idea why. I'm normally good at this track in the rain. Could be wrong. So that must have been Toro Takagi's arrows that are almost wiped out back there. We come across Laranja for the last time. Fairly wide, but not too bad going to Pijerino and Cortavello. Please go through this clean. No, I'm too wide. I'm going off. You son of a gun. But I'm block David Coulthard. But as we go past the final corner now, Mika Hakkinen 10 seconds ahead wins. He's going to win the 1999 Brazilian Grand Prix here in Interlagos. And as I blaze across the finish line, managed to hold off David Coulthard to come across the line in second place.
Great race. Great result.
And rounding out the points score position, we've got Damon Hill, Alex Zanardi, and Heinz-Hal Frentzen, so Jordan scoring double points. And my teammate Giancarlo Fisichella finishes in 9th place. I'll be interested to see what happened, who retired in this race. Toru Takagi and both Schumachers. So Mark Schumacher's collision early before rendered him out of the race, and Takagi and Ralf Schumacher must have both had engine problems. But other than that, that just put, Eddie Irvine 16th, so this was definitely not a race for Ferrari. That might open the door a bit more to McLaren, and to slightly lesser extent, Benetton in this. And also, on that note, Jordan, because they scored double points. Williams managed to score a few points thanks to Alex Zanardi's 5th place, but they're still quite low on the point scoring standings, if you catch my drift. And as we look at the Drivers' Championship standings now, Häkkinen's in the lead by 3 points, followed by Kent Levin and Jana Lacey, both on 10 points apiece. Following behind them, we got Michael Schumacher, David Coulthard, and Damon Hill. Schumacher not scoring, but Coulthard and Hill definitely are. Then rounding out point scoring, we got Frentzen, Alex Zanardi, point scoring for the first time of the season, and Rubens Barrichello, failing to score this race, still on 1 point. And in the Constructors' Championship, we've got McLaren now in the lead on 7 points, and like I said before, Benetton and Sauber are both on 10 points apiece. Ferrari are in 4th place, I would assume, followed by Jordan, both on 6 points again. Williams scored his first points of the season on 2, and Stewart is still on 1 point. So, all in all, as far as me, as far as the record books are concerned, I did a good race. I finished 2nd place, like where I wanted. But the way I did it, I wasn't very happy about it. I kept making mistakes. The rain and other things were pushing me off the road. I almost collided with Coulthard and Toru Takagi. And overall, a forgettable race, like we see there. That was a very bad move there. I should have let Coulthard pass instead of with 3rd place. But anyway, let's hope we can forget about this and head into the European rounds with some optimism. I very much thank you guys for joining me on this race, and I'll see you guys in the next race in San Marino.